Hey there, friends. I'm finally getting to episode 2 of Adolescence because my mom's gonna kill me if I don't. Because every time we talk, she's like, if you watch the next Adolescence, and I'm like, no, I'm doing it for a reaction series. She's like, why? Just watch it. She gets so mad at me. She doesn't quite know what I'm doing, and she just wants me to watch it. She can talk to me about it. So here I am. Here I go. Apologies for the fan sound. It is surprisingly warm in the Pacific Northwest right now, so I'm hiding in my basement with my fan. So I will say that my screen recording, for some reason, has been kind of choppy. Not for recording this, but for recording the screen itself. So if the video of Adolescence is a little choppy, I apologize. Maybe that'll help with the copyright of it all. But I'm still kind of trying to figure out the best way to do that. I can't afford actual software. I just have to go with what's free. So I'm just using OBS. But if anyone knows any other better ways that are idiot-proof because I'm bad at tech, by all means, let me know. Good.
Adam, I'm outside your school. Probably gonna have to come into your class, all right? Promise I'll leave you alone.
Oh. I don't know why it never occurred to me. You mentioned that you had a kid. I don't know why it didn't occur to me that they might have known each other. Obviously, a TV show. Things are going to interconnect. I understand now that the premise is each episode is going to be at least to appear to be in one shot. I don't know if they cheat. I hope they cheat, because that's upset. Like, I have and all the stuff that happened in the last one, having to coordinate streets and cars and all these things. If they're outside the school and they're about to go into a school of children and are still doing it all in one take, like, I'm impressed, but I'm also almost mad, where I'm like, you didn't have to make it this hard on you. You didn't have to do this. You could have maybe brought each one of them in, or just not done it all in one take. It's like this thing of, I'm so impressed, that's so cool, but also, why do you hate yourself so much? Why did you choose to make yourself so stressed? Because it's impressive, I suppose.
Tommy. Got a minute.
See you later.
The police are here.
Of course they are. They're everywhere.
I don't like it.
Yeah, same.
You heard from him? Everyone's talking about him. I texted him.
Yeah.
I didn't hear nothing. Did you?
You won't. It's not like he's gonna have his phone on him.
Do you think it's true?
Yeah.
Do you think Jamie did it?
Yeah.
They come to your house?
Yeah.
They asked about the knife?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Dad said not to talk to you about him.
Was he mad?
Well, yeah. Of course. We're yours.
No, they just didn't say nothing. I don't want to be in trouble.
You're not in trouble.
Well, I don't want Jamie to be in trouble.
Yeah. Well, he is.
That's wild that it's like these two kids, knowing that their friend is in jail right now for what he potentially did. I think it's very telling that, when the one kid was saying, like, do you think he did it? And the other kid's just like, yeah, just like solemnly, like, yeah, that happened. Maybe whether he saw something or just maybe he knew some things that were going on in Jamie's head that, maybe his family didn't know about. I also have to just admit to being so extremely American that still, I'm like, do all schools in the UK have uniforms? I feel like, is that just something on TV? Because I feel like every single show I've ever seen from the UK, they always have school uniforms. And for us, only if it's like a Catholic school. But I always was kind of a little bit jealous, thought they looked cool, but I never liked the girl outfits. I just kind of wanted to have when I was young, I just wanted to wear a blazer, let's be fair. I wanted to wear a blazer and a tie. And somehow I didn't know I was gay until I was 19, please. That is interesting, though, since if, they all continue to be just one little snapshot in these 4 episodes, that would mean that potentially Jamie and his father aren't in all of them, which I had assumed they, of course, would be. Actually, I think that's kind of cool. I always get a little bummed when I'm watching a miniseries or a TV show and a creator feels tied down to having to show all the characters they feel like they're supposed to show in every episode, where I'm like, if they don't have anything to do story-wise there, then they shouldn't be in the episode, kind of a thing. So I think that's cool.
Is your school safe?
God, what do you say?
I say the matter didn't even happen on school property. And they talk about security guards and metal detectors.
I kind of liked that a lot. I like that as he's talking about, you know, we've seen little bits of tension of, you know, of like the kids talking about what happened. You know, there's just this right now at the school, there's this massive cloud hanging over the fact that someone is dead and that it sounds like someone else who went there killed them. That is insane. And these adults dealing with the idea of like, oh my god, these kids who we take care of and help teach, like, after something like that would happen, you couldn't not kind of look at them differently, even though you know cognitively that, like, it's horrible, but things like that happen. But if it happens to a kid that, you know, was, God forbid, in your class, or just someone that you knew, it would stick with you so much. So you've got this kind of sort of building tension, and you hear this drum beat, and then it's just a kid in band, and you just close that's such a great use of diegenic sound, of music taking place actually in the literal scene, like that, with, like, you know, there's diegenic music being, like, let's say music's on the radio, as opposed to just, like, a score in a film. I always get a kick out of when it's used really well. I'm a big fan of diegenic sound, and yeah, I liked that. It was a little moment, but I just thought it was really neat. I dig that kind of stuff.
Jed, you were good friends with Katie, that's right, isn't it?
Her best friend. Ask anyone.
Can you tell us about her?
All you need to know is she's dead. She shouldn't be. Because she got stabbed. She was the best person I knew. That's it.
Jade, was Katie happy?
Well, she didn't stab herself.
What was her relationship with boys like, Jed?
You mean with Jamie? She wouldn't go anywhere near him.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Are you saying that she didn't like him because we've got Instagram posts from her that suggest that they were friends?
So you're trying to blame this all on her? Is that it?
No.
Well, you've got video. Everyone knows it. I don't know why I'm talking. Because she reached to sorry another guy that killed her.
Look, we're not asking you to talk bad about
You are. You are. I can hear it, all of you.
We're not.
Because I'm sure she's heard stuff like that a million times. Heard it or seen it or whatever. Just like something happens and a girl gets blamed for it. And it's just like she's seeing all these horror stories she's ever heard of probably. And now it's happening to her best friend who's now gone forever. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'd be furious as well.
Right, this is Detective Inspector Bascom.
Hi.
He's got something he wants to talk to you all about.
All right, guys, look, as many of you may know, right?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Detective Sergeant Frank.
Frank, it's
I
fine.
am sorry, apologise.
It's okay. As many of you may know, there was a tragic incident that took place the night before last, okay?
I wonder if that was on purpose to be like, oh, you know, the female cop being forgotten for a second, or if that was a genuine mistake. But of course, you make one mistake, we go back to the beginning of all of this, so they just let it go. Same with him messing up his line right there. I wonder if that was just a choice, or if that was just a, like, it was, I'm sure they had to have some kind of wiggle room. A minor enough mistake that you could kind of keep going. When actually, I really like moments like that, with that little bit of a line flub, because it feels very real. Of like, it's a guy, he's standing in front of, you know, he has to speak professionally in front of a group of kids, which, speaking in front of a group of kids, I don't care what age you are, what your profession is, always stressful.
I did send a note round telling everybody that you was coming.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to go to isolation? Because I can send you to isolation. No problem whatsoever.
The way that we're kind of like, again, because we're walking through this school, following these two detectives, we're just kind of peeking in on these little moments of just school life. It's really funny to me, of like these two kids getting in trouble. There was the band kid, there was you know, lunch, all these different little things where everyone, it's you know what, it's a really great kind of a reminder that when you're in school, in life in general, but especially when you're in school, your life just feels so, everything is life and death. Everything feels like the end of the world, especially if, you know, if you have anxiety or something. Everything always feels like the most important thing. And in reality, there is no main character. Everyone's the main character and no one's the main character. And you could just be background in someone else's story. It's kind of an interesting thing to remember.
When I was around your age, I ran into a bus shelter because I wanted a black eye. I know it's crazy. Don't ask. I was probably a bit younger than you, maybe about 9.
Did it work?
Well, I wanted to look like a cowboy. In the end, I ended up losing a tooth and looking like a, I can't say, but it hurt.
That's such a dumb little kid thing to do, thinking that, like, that would make you look cool somehow. It just feels so real. That had to be a story from someone's life. That's funny. Being able to tell these episodes is really good at, like, feeling, making the other person think, you know, trust him or open up a little bit, or at least, like, present himself as a person, not just, like, a police officer. It shows why he, you know, it would be sent on a case like this. Besides the fact of, you know, because I wondered at first, like, oh, I'm surprised they would let him do this since he has a kid in the school, but maybe that's part of why they thought it might be better for him to do it. But just, you can see how well he can put other people at ease. It would make sense that he would get this job.
I did say it might not be best to come in today, didn't I, love?
But where do you want me going? Mom doesn't like me in her house without her there, and I'm not walking around places. Katie's been. So.
God, that's rough. You know, I really like that this is episode 2. I don't know what episode 3 and 4 are, but I love this episode 2 because, you know, so much of episode 1 was just a lot of confusion and chaos, and us, the audience, trying to, kind of with Jamie's dad, trying to catch on what the heck was going on. And the, you know, the doubt of, like, what's he being accused of? Did he really do it? What's going on? And Katie was just a name. Katie was a name and a picture. And that was it. And while we still haven't seen Katie, obviously, like, she's gone. We're never going to see her. As opposed to just being, like, she is a face of an event. In this, you see her more as, like, this hole that exists. This absence, which makes it feel more, like, less just like a... I mean, you always, obviously, whenever you hear about a true crime story, when you hear about a murder, you always know that, like, someone died here. Like, something awful happened when you hear about a murder case, but it's seeing the aftermath, the effect it's left on the people that they loved. It makes it kind of get to you more than just reading facts on a paper, you know what I mean? And I really like that this is what they're doing with episode 2. So that when we go back to Jamie, when we go back and we see whatever's coming next, when we get into probably interrogations and things like that, Katie's not just going to be a name, a picture. We're going to know that she was this person, and, you know, the teacher said that she talked a little bit too much in class, or, you know, this girl said that she was, like, the greatest person she ever knew. Even if we're never going to meet Katie, we're going to know a little bit more about her, and it's a lot harder to brush off. Because we're going to get to know Jamie. We've gotten to know Jamie a little bit. But it's letting us, the audience, not just have it be one-sided of, like, the character we know versus the picture. We're saying we have this character we know, we're also having this girl that, like, maybe she was really great. Maybe she was, like, she sounds like she was amazing. And isn't it sad we're never going to get to know her? You know what I mean? Even though she's fake. It feels more like a loss to us that we never got to see this person. And I think that's really, really smart. I like that a lot.
She was my best friend, miss. She was the only one who actually... She was the only one who actually thought I was okay. I don't know what to do anymore. Because it's not like I have anyone else, do I?
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, look. You've got lots of people. Listen to me.
No, I
You've got
don't. You
lots
only
of
say
people.
that.
I'm not.
When you're that age, obviously your friends are kind of everything to you. But I was one of those people also that I had one friend, maybe 2 friends. I had people I talked to in classes or something like that. When it came to, like, people who actually knew me, people who actually, like, who I trusted, it was one person. In middle school, it was 2 people. That was it. And if one of those people suddenly, you know, my best friend in high school, if suddenly she disappeared, I don't know what I would have done. I wouldn't have had anyone to talk to. And there were people that I knew, for sure. But I I still would have felt like, yeah, there were people I know, there would have been no one who knew me. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what this girl feels. And it's just, yeah. Especially when you're young and just, I don't know, I just feel like all your feelings are, I mean, people act like when you're younger, like, I don't know, people kind of, I don't like the way that, I feel like a lot of people sort of disregard the emotions of younger people because everything seems big. But, like, yeah, it does seem big because you have no control over anything. So, you know, the people who you hang out with in school, it's one of the few things you have to control. And this just got taken from her. Like, one of the few things she has. And it sounds like your home life might not be perfect, things like that. It's just the few things you have that you can rely on, that you can attach to getting taken from you. Yeah, of course it feels like the world is over. To you, like, your world is. It's just, I don't know.
You've been looking at Insta, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've seen what she wrote?
Well, I have. Okay.
Looks like she's being nice, right?
Isn't she?
The dynamite. What do you think that means?
I don't know.
It's an exploding red pill. Pills, the blue pills means you see the world as it wants you to.
That's from The Matrix. You've been watching The Matrix?
What?
Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. Carry on.
If they're going into, like, I don't know if they're about to go into, like, red pill stuff, that kind of thing. But I have wondered, is there, like, a whole generation of people who just know it as, like, the red pill, the blue pill thing, and actually don't know what it's from? It's kind of interesting to think about. Like, if a concept transcends the media it's from, what's the point? Like, it just kind of, I guess, loses connection with that media. People don't care about the Matrix. I mean, some people do. I don't in particular, but I'm sure other people do.
Look. Are you saying like Katie was leading this incel stuff? Is that what it is? Yeah, like she was bullying Jamie. Yeah?
I don't know, Dad. I don't know them. They're 2 years below me. This is just what I'm seeing on his Insta, you know?
Okay. Look, I can't tell you what you did. You know that, right?
You don't know what he did, Dad.
Everyone knows.
I just thought you needed to know. It was just embarrassing watching you blunder about.
That's so real. It's not even like, I want to help you with this case. And we're like, this is sad to watch. Like, you're bad at this. Let me help you because yipes.
Does any of this Instagram stuff affect you?
It's not about me.
I know. But does it, son?
You don't call me son. You call other people son. You never call me son.
Ooh.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Listen.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah?
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I should, get back to the last bit of class.
Okay.
The fact that he just, in that moment, could not make eye contact with his dad, he was like, his eyes just couldn't rest on him. Is rough. He felt both emotionally and physically, obviously backed into a corner there against the wall. But, ooh, that was painful to watch, man. And, of course, like, and we've seen him be so good at communicating to all these people, and, of course, not to his kid, which is how it works sometimes.
You want kids?
You have never asked me that question before.
I know. I'm just... It's not something you ask your colleague, is it, sir?
Well, you can ask your mates, can't you? And no. No, not really.
I never wanted him.
No?
I do love him very much.
Is he all right?
And that is the longest he's spoken to me in a while, so...
Oof.
Surely that's a good thing, no?
You guys gotta work on some things.
I just... Sometimes I don't think I'm the right fit for him as a dad. You know what I mean?
I can't tell if that's an incredibly terrible thing and hurtful thing to say, or an incredibly insightful thing to say. To say you might not be a good match for your kid, as far as, like, are you the right person to be their parent? Is that terrible? Or is that just you really understanding yourself? I don't know. Maybe a bit of both? I don't know.
Do you know what I don't like about all this?
Go on.
Right, the perpetrator always gets the front line. a man raped a woman. We followed Jamie's brain around this entire case. Right?
Yeah.
Katie isn't important, Jamie is. Everyone
Just
will
what I was
remember
just saying
Jamie, no one will
earlier.
remember her. That's what annoys me. That's what gets to me.
I think you're wrong. I think we're here for Katie. We're here for her parents. We're here to get answers. It's our job to understand why.
You can't understand why. Do you actually think you can? We've got the video. We know what he did. You're not going to know why, mate. Look at all the things we've seen.
But it's also a different perspective they're both looking at it. He sees it as, it is about Katie because he's seeing it as like, we can, almost in a retroactive way, save her. We can get closure. We can end this, and that in some way is being the hero to bring an end to this case. Whereas she's like, no, I'm talking about like a human being. I'm talking about, again, it's about Katie because it's about ending a case on a good note. She's talking about a person, and it's just a little bit different. It's just a little bit different.
What does the word incel mean to you?
What?
Incel.
Sorry.
Katie called Jamie an incel. What does it mean?
Who'd you know?
Was she bullying?
Why are you always talking to me?
What do you mean, why am I talking to you?
Tommy! Talk to him!
Fuck Tommy! What's it got to do with anything? What? You know Jamie.
He knows Jamie.
No, he doesn't. Not like you.
I kind of love this kid a little bit.
Listen.
The actor, I mean.
I'm gonna ask you one question.
Like, go talk to him.
Fucking serious
Fuck
answer.
off.
All right.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Did you help him get that knife?
No, man.
Ryan, do not play with me. Did you help him?
No.
Hey! There's a dead fucking guy.
Everything is so intense, and I like that this kid is not playing it. Like, I don't know if some people would see this as a bad performance because it's so kind of mellow, but in that way I think it feels so realistic to a kid. Just be like, I don't know, talk to someone else, get on my face. Like, just constantly put out, I think is such a funny and real way to play this.
Come here.
I don't want to lift it. I'll take the bus.
No, I'm not offering you a lift. Come. Here. Look, I'm hungry. All right? And I was gonna go and get some chips and a can of Coke. I wanted to know if you wanted to come.
I've got your case.
Yes, I know I've got my case. All right? It's nearly done now. I'm about to hand it over. I've got some free time. I want to spend it with you. Because I love you. All right?
Yeah, I can be hungry.
It's good. Thank you. Come on.
You know, he said that, you know, they're gonna book Jamie without him, and then I imagine, unless they do the court stuff, that might be the last we see of him. And so if that is the last we see of that character, that is a lovely little send-off. That's quite nice of him maybe seeing what happens when, you know, you kind of, these kids just disconnected from everything and what happens to them, and maybe realizing they needs to make more of a connection with his kid. That's very sweet. We're happy for the minor happy endings we can get in this show, because I doubt there's going to be many more. Probably none.
How fragile we are. How fragile we are.
We are seeing Stephen Graham in this episode. Jesus Christ. What do you even do? Emma hasn't slept in 3 days.
Like tears from a star. Like tears from a star. On and on the rain will say how fragile we are. How fragile we are.
Wait, and oh god, for that to come just after the scene with the detective and his kid of like, we don't know if maybe, I think they made a kind of ambiguous if maybe the kid agreed with the incel stuff or was just explaining how the emojis work. The whole thing of just the 80, I don't know enough about incel stuff, the 80-20 thing. Was he explaining it just because he knows about it, or is he a believer in that? And the fact that, like, you know, he's connecting with his son to maybe make sure that kind of thing, that we don't get another Jamie. Maybe we won't get another Jamie here. And then you see Jamie's father seeing the spot where his son did something unspeakable. And he has to know that, like, and you can see it in his eyes. He's seeing, you know, probably the moment he first held Jamie as a baby. These moments of this innocent kid and knowing what happened is so just, God, it's devastating. And yes, it's like, it's so interesting. 'Cause again, Jamie was never in this episode, but he is like that small little fragile kid from episode 1 is like this entity looming over the entire episode. Because it's all about what he did. But it's also, like I said in this one, all about also the absence of Katie. And I like that. Just there we go, man. There was episode 2. That's wild. It's crazy there's only 2 more episodes. Like, I almost kind of wish they went more into, like, they're going to go more into it. As far as, like, how the case would progress. So there's 2 episodes, if they're each, you know, take place within the hour. I don't know that they can do much. But maybe that's better. We're just kind of seeing these snapshots during this terrible sequence of events. It's kind of cool in a way. Well, there we go, man. That's it. Hopefully I'll be able to get this. This is very long, but I'll whittle it down to something that YouTube will let me post. I know some people were annoyed at the length of the clips last time. Granted, I am very new when it comes to posting reactions to TV shows that, like, wouldn't be on YouTube, like Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, where it's already up there, so it doesn't really matter if I react to it. With something like this, I just found that I had to make everything super, super short and then just mostly do my thoughts. I apologize, that's kind of a bummer to watch that way, but I definitely do not claim to be a replacement for the original. I never shut my mouth enough to be that, and I probably never will, so it goes. Alright, I will see you guys next time, which I promise will be sooner than it was this past time. Bye, everybody.